live from the Emmanuel Glockskin Jr. Family Athletic Complex in Bryan, Texas. The Red Sea, Apostolate Radio, the flagship station for Eagle Sports, and Touchdown Productions, the leader in local sports television, are proud to present the St. Joseph Eagle Game of the Week. Tonight, it's the annual crosstown rivalry between your St. Joseph Eagles as they take on the Allen Academy Rams. Time to buckle up those chin straps one more time because we have Eagle football right here, right now on the Eagle Game of the Week. And good evening, Eagle fans, wherever you are across our worldwide audience. Welcome back to the Eagles Nest. Gil Dominguez here, the voice of Eagle football. Joining me in the booth tonight is our team of Eagle announcers, Steve Rayburn and Eagle alumni Peter Najvar. And there we go. Steve, tonight we're going to see this rivalry continue for the 10th time.
Yes, sir. The Allen Academy Rams are the closest six-man team in the county to us, and they are our crosstown rivals. And this rivalry goes back to 2005 when we both played 11-man together. And the Eagles hold the advantage right now, 6-3, and we have won the past 4 out of 5.
Yes, it's the 10th year in a row that the teams are going to play. And Peter, both of these teams have some familiarities this year. They both have new head coaches, and they're both loaded with freshman players.
Yep, it's very young teams here. I believe it's 7 freshmen for Allen Academy, and then we ourselves have 11. But this is a big game. This has been a big game every single year. This is just one of those games that gets you really fired up, especially with that crosstown rivalry matchup and everything like that. And having such a strong hold over them with the record and everything is a big confidence booster for St. Joseph's here, and they're just going to try to improve on that and try to keep on adding to that record. And from Allen's side, they're like, okay, I'm getting sick of this. I keep on losing, so it's time to turn this around. So Allen's going to come out with a little bit of fire tonight to try to get something going.
Famous coach basketball from Nevada County, Craig Strom, once told me, it's only a rivalry if you have the other team win once in a while.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
Because Bear River used to beat them all the time. But it's not just a rivalry in football. It's a rivalry in all the different sports that they play, right?
Yeah, we play them in every single sport. I don't want to be that guy, but last year they only beat us in golf. We beat them in every major sport except for golf, and they actually won state in golf. They've always had a really good golf team, and they killed it last year.
There you go. More backside information from our guy on the inside,
right.
Peter Najvar. Okay, so the table is set here for tonight. Time to step away for the first break of the evening. But when we come back, we got an extra special treat for you here in the pregame. It's a little bit long tonight. We're going to hear from both coaches, brand new coaches, both of them, Alex from the Allen Academy, and, of course, Will. And then we're also going to be joined by Tom Turbiville, the owner of bcsball.com, who came up here into the nest and checked it out. And, of course, I work with Tom each week doing volleyball right now. But he's here on site broadcasting for BCS Ball. So chock full of good kind of stuff here in the football pregame because you're listening to the one and only Red Sea Radio Network as we bring you exclusive coverage of Eagle football each and every Friday night. We'll be right back. And welcome back to the nest here at the St. Joseph Athletic Complex. Like I was saying before, we had the opportunity tonight to talk to both coaches. And first up is going to be Will Patterson, new coach of the Eagles. And Will, welcome back to the Game of the Week.
Thanks, Gil. Appreciate you being here.
Now, back home again, second week in a row. And this time it's the crosstown rival, Allen Academy. And how fun is that to have a local school that's also the crosstown rival?
It's great for the community. I mean, bringing everybody together in a neutral site, you know. Allen Academy is closer to our main campus than this complex is. So you get a lot of people from the community, from both communities, that'll be out here and excited to watch a good football game.
You know, you're right about that. As you know, I live about 3 blocks from the school,
Mm-hmm.
and that is a much closer facility to get to. And so when we play them, when we're over there at the showcase, it's always fun to go. Now this year they have a brand new head coach, Alex Simpson. You've been able to talk with him any?
Yeah, Alex and I have gone back and forth. You know, when I got here, new to the private school game, coming from public school, Adrian Adams, who is now gone and moved on from Allen Academy, was a huge help to me. And I reached out to Alex and said, "Hey, man, like in your role, if y'all need anything, just don't hesitate." So he's contacted me a couple of times. I'm not playing, and neither is he. And so, you know, the benefit is like we're gonna come and give each other our best. But at the end of the day, like we're both here to serve kids, and so anything that we can do to help them and vice versa is I think we have a pretty good relationship.
And of course, you mentioned Adrian Adams. He's another friend of the program, very, very kind to us over the years. We were sorry to see him go. Sometimes, though, that happens in administrations and in coaching. People move on to new opportunities. And actually, he's already checked in and texted me and says he's going to be tuning in on the radio tonight. And actually, several of them might even show up here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, we're happy to have anybody that shows up. You know, like I said, it's going to bring the community together. But like I said, you know, I don't have any eligibility left. As much as I would want to put on shoulder pads and helmet, they won't let me.
You know,
Alex probably would too, but they won't let him. And so we got to go coach the kids the best we can, and they got to go do it on the field.
Now, overall, a pretty evenly matched game, I think, if you just look at the statistics of it all.
Yeah, a lot of similarities in the number of freshmen, number of juniors, number of seniors. I think we're both young. We're kind of in the reload stage, and we'll see what happens tonight.
Well, it's going to be fun for everybody involved, and of course the crosstown rivalry aspect makes it kind of like the biggest game in the county tonight.
I don't know what else is going on, but I would assume that there will be some media out here, and you know, it's what we've been preaching to our kids. Like, don't let the moment get too big. It's just another football game. It's another week, you know.
It is.
It's another week for us to get better and move into the goal that we're doing. Like, this is a big game, obviously, the rivalry and things like that, but it doesn't count for our district schedule. It doesn't count for where we want to be in the playoffs. It doesn't count for a state championship. It doesn't really count for anything other than bragging rights. And so don't let the moment get too big and go play a football game and control what you can control.
I had heard, it's just a rumor probably, that the loser can't go to the Post Oak Mall. Is there any validity to that?
I mean, I shop on Amazon, so I don't have time to go to the mall. By the time I get to work, it's not open. By the time I leave, it's closed. So.
All right, and then one other thing, we're honoring teachers tonight, teacher appreciation.
Yeah.
What's that all about?
It's teacher appreciation night. You know, our teachers do a fantastic job of leading our athletes. You know, if you look at the school as a whole, we spend more time with the kids than the parents spend time with the kids. And so our teachers are vitally important in growing our athletes. And so it's just a little token of saying, hey, thanks. You know, the kids wrote them a card and said, hey, you mean a lot to me for this reason or that. And so we'll get them on the field. They'll join the cheerleaders for the run out tunnel. Kids will bring them a flower and they'll stand with us as, you know, because we are one. Like, we're not here. We don't get to play football unless our teachers take care of our kids and, you know, grow them as young adults and student athletes.
Amen to that. Thanks a lot for your time.
All right, good.
And always good to have Will Patterson on the pregame show. And Will, Peter, we get some pretty good insights from Coach each week.
Yeah, one of the things he talked about is that it's a crosstown rivalry, but it's also a community event. You know, there's going to be a lot of people from Bryan here at this game today.
And Steve, speaking of the teachers, tonight is Teacher Appreciation Night, and I know Stephanie was a longtime teacher here. She put in her 10 years. Like I was telling her tonight, she got off for good behavior.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, but this is a wonderful evening, and it kind of culminates into this where they recognize the teachers that have been impactful in all their lives, and they call them out by name, of course, and recognize them here at the field. But even back at school, the kids drop them notes, thank you notes, and even little gifts, token gifts to their teachers, to recognize their teachers and how impactful they are on their lives, both at school and as young folks finding themselves in their faith community.
Coming up next, of course, as you tune in here each week, you know, we don't normally talk to the other teams, coaches, or anything like that. They're just the opponents for the night. But occasionally we do reach out and we talk to the coach, and such is the case with tonight's coach from the Rams, Alex Simpson, friend of our program for a number of years as we've worked over at Allen Academy, so we thought we'd have him on right now. Catching up with the head coach of the Allen Academy Rams, actually the new head coach, so
Yes,
congratulations on that.
Thank you, Gil. Excited to rock and roll and keep representing for the Ram Nation.
And as we were talking before we started this, you're not new to the program. This is your fourth, fifth year?
Yeah, I'm on year 5, so I've been in DC for 4 years now. First year as head coach, just ready to rock and roll.
Now, that transition, was that easy for you, moving into the head coach?
It was easy. You know, I felt like the guys really backed me on this, so I felt good. You know, built the staff from the ground up and have a great group of kids, so a great group of leaders as well. So.
Now, this is a rivalry game, or they call it the rivalry game.
It's the rivalry game, absolutely.
Because, you know, we're so close in proximity. I know we love shooting out at your place and going out there, and so both fields feel like home. But how important is that for a school to have a local rival like that?
Yeah, I actually talked about this the other day. The people that don't have a rivalry, I feel bad for them. Because you get the best game from both of them. You talk about St. Joseph and Allen Academy, you're going to bring their best. So we're excited. Our guys are fired up, ready to play the game, and we're ready to go 1 week at a time. That's it.
Well, it's also going to be fun for the community to come out, whether it's at your place or over here. It's so close that the entire football community, alumni, teachers, supporters can come to both games.
Yeah, I think it's great. Like I said, great event. It's always fun to play either here or there. So just excited to keep representing. This is a heck of a rivalry, and I'm ready to watch the kids compete tonight.
And so the Simpson era of the rivalry begins tonight. Have you had a chance to talk with Will prior to the game?
Yeah, I actually talked to Will yesterday. You know, I was actually complimenting on the field. Field looks great. Played there in middle school last night. I was coaching middle school as well. So, and yeah, just talked to him a little bit, caught up and just talking through some things. And yeah, like I said, I'm supporting St. Joe, just not this week. So, you know, but absolutely, I'm rooting for you guys, but not this week. I'm excited to play our rivalry. So.
Now, speaking of that, what's the difference between artificial grass and you guys have a beautiful field, but it's a turf field. Right. Does that cause any problems or any differences?
No, I feel like it's a field to field. You know, just we don't have to mow ours, and that's about it. I love Baker Field. It's my favorite field to play at. You know, but I think y'all's field looks great, and we prepare for grass, and we're rocking and rolling.
All right, so it's not like the NFL where we got to change cleats.
Oh, it's nothing like that. No, making no big changes. If my guys would say something, I'd tell them absolutely not. We're just rolling with it. We're excited to do it. So.
Right. Okay. Well, listen. I know I went over there earlier and welcomed you to the field and your team, and really looking forward to a great game tonight, and of course many games in the future as this rivalry progresses.
Like I said, I'm excited. I'm ready to rock and roll and just go Rams.
All right, so there he is, the brand new head coach. Well, not so new, Peter. He's been there for a few years in the background. But Alex Simpson joining us on the pregame show, and I know his team's excited. And, of course, it's a televised game for them. They don't get too many of those.
Yeah, that's true. That's always something special to have. I was really lucky to have you televising my games just as another viewpoint for film and just to watch some highlights.
Yeah, there we go. And Steve always had nice things to say.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's always fun to be able to bring the game close to everybody. Particularly, you know, extended family might not live in the area, that they can always watch the replay on the game on television. They can also hear us on Red Sea. So it really makes it nice, and that's the part that I love the most about doing this Friday night. Is we get to bring the game closer and into everybody's living
Remember,
room.
Peter, I told you that when you do the broadcast, it's like being in the game?
Yeah.
Do you feel that?
Yeah, yeah, we're a part of it.
All right, game day is here. Joining us tonight is Tom Turbiville, legendary sports announcer in the BCS area and owner of BCSBall.com, the flagship station for the Allen Academy Rams. Ready for the big game here at the St. Joseph Complex, and what a treat tonight. There are two broadcasts going on, one with the Red Sea Network, of course, that you tune into each week, but tonight we have Tom Turbiville from BCSBall.com. And Tom, welcome to the Athletic Complex.
Great to be back with you again, Gil. We did this 2 years ago.
We did
right
do
here. And bcsball.com, that's where you and I worked together.
Yes,
2 years ago, we barely knew each other. Now we work together.
Right.
Online broadcast. But tonight, of course, you're on the Red Sea. I'm on AllenAcademyRams.com. So we got this game pretty well covered.
We do. And then with Touchdown Productions, Game of the Week on the video, we got it all covered. KBKX is here tonight.
So it must be a big game.
Well, it's that hometown rivalry
Right,
that's so important to the community.
Right. Well, when Channel 3 comes, it must be a big game. Every game is big for you and I. And Peter, our videographer here.
Right.
Right.
So, but the rivalry is something that's really important to the community.
Boy, it goes back a long way. I guess longer than you or I have been around. It's a long rivalry with some great games. The first game I broadcast for Allen Academy was 2 years ago right here, and it was a great game. The last team to have the ball won the game, and that was the Eagles. Last year, it wasn't that close over at our place. The Eagles pretty well handed it to the Rams. I told Peter, our videographer, that I'm really glad he's up here with you and not down there on the field because he ran all over us the last 2 years. But I think it's going to be a good game tonight, and might as well call it the way it is. Both these teams are equally young. We've got 7 freshmen for the Rams. I think you'll have like 10 or 12 freshmen on your roster. 5 of our 7 get significant minutes. I'm not sure how many of your freshmen get significant minutes, but as always, we rely on our seniors and our returners.
Right.
Yep.
Well, this is the 10th meeting between the two schools, and right now St. Joseph's has the lead, 6-3.
Okay. Well,
and including 4 out of the last 5.
Right. Okay.
So
well, you're paid to say that. Go ahead.
No, actually, I looked it up.
Oh,
so
good.
Did my homework.
Good. But it's a great rivalry. It is.
It
between
is.
the two private schools here. And I'm looking forward to another good one.
Well, I just wanted to get a chance to bring you up to, we call this the nest.
The nest.
You're in the nest right now.
It should be. Yeah, I saw some eggs you laid right over here.
Right, and we got new feathers in here and everything to make it all comfortable.
New feathers, good. So, throw me a worm or two, and we'll be good.
There we go.
Very
Tom's
good.
down with the worm. All right, listen, thanks a lot for joining us here in the pregame, and good luck on your show.
Thank you, Gil.
So Tom Turbiville joining us a little bit and having some fun here in the nest with us in the pregame show. And, of course, you can tune in to Tuesday Night Volleyball on the BCS Network and listen to me and Miss Gillette as we go to College Station this Tuesday. Tracy Gillette, my color analyst. Actually, I call her my outside hitter because she just knows everything so much about the game. Guys, let's go ahead and take a look at the current standings right now as we inch our way into district play. Peter, what do you see there?
All right, not much has changed, but our St. Joseph Catholic Eagles have dropped all the way down to 5th place in this pre-district standings. Belleville Faith Academy is now above us in 4th place with their 1-2 record, us being at 1-3. Second Baptist at 3rd place, also with 1-2. And then Kingwood Covenant, 3-1. Founders Christian with an impressive 4-0 start to the season.
Really, with their retooling process and everything, it's just going to be one of those games where, Peter, I think we're going to see our very first 4th quarter tonight.
I hope so. I'm ready. I'm excited.
Steve, we've only seen 2.5 quarters of football so far. It's our longest stretch.
Yeah, a lot of mercy rules. We've had one in our favor, and we've had several against us. And but the part I like the most is we're seeing a lot of meaningful snaps by younger players being played, and I think at the end of the season we're going to probably see like Peter spoke of, we're going to see a different team.
And Peter, I think last week we were saying we saw the emergence of our brand new running back for the future.
Giovanni Torrado is a possibility.
Giovanni Torrado.
Torrado.
I'm gonna get that name right.
That showing last week, I think that's when you give him more playing time behind the quarterback.
Well, he certainly deserved it, and he put on a show after the ejection of Mr. Perry. he kind of came alive and took the game into his own hands, and really great to see. And he was reminiscent of some other running backs that we've seen here for St. Joseph's.
Yeah, he was giving me some Jackson Carey, some Lucas Ramirez vibes with just the big, strong frame and just running fast.
Okay, let's go down to the field now with our stadium announcer,
Neil Gallagher.
with the teacher night celebration.
You make a lasting impact on every student every single day. We are grateful you chose to be part of St. Joseph Eagle family and to guide our students through their journey. Eagles fans, let's show our appreciation. Give it up for these amazing teachers and staff.
I thought he tapped on the shoulder of the Allen Academy Rams as the one that won the toss and would receive.
Looks like Allen's going to kick off, actually.
I guess they're going to kick it to us. Okay.
St. Joseph's repping some new black uniforms, black tops, black bottoms.
Yeah, they look really sharp out there. Allen Academy in the
Man, it looks good.
the gold uniforms, gold top, gold pants, black just underneath the shoulder pads, so they kind of look cool out there as well.
I think it's navy blue.
Yeah.
And here we are, ready for the kickoff, and it's going to be a booming kick all the way down to the 5-yard line. Picked up on that play.
That was
Number
so
0,
long.
Luke Christnick brings it out to about the 16-yard line.
Okay, I couldn't tell if that was so long or Christian.
I recognize their running forms by now, so it's hard to see the numbers with these black jerseys.
Yeah, they don't stand out.
But I recognize these guys now. So
Yeah, a few games in, you kind of get used to their styles, and
Yep.
thank God you got young eyes.
Yep.
That's all I can say.
I got you. And Luke Chrisnick, this is his first game back from his hip injury.
So we welcome him back as the Eagles get set for their first series. Sotolongo in the quarterback position. And I cannot see who the tailback is.
Luke Chrisnick.
Okay. And there's the snap to Sotolongo. He's looking, he's under pressure. Rolls to his right. He's going to throw about 20 yards.
Nice
it's going to be
catch.
complete.
It's a good catch by Cole Bundick on the sideline there.
Yeah.
Laying out for the ball.
Yeah,
Great protection for
Yeah.
Felipe. I think that's the first time we've seen him be able to sit in the pocket.
Yep.
He had 3 blockers for him, and Luke stepped up in there to put a hit to give him a little bit more time.
He got pressured a little bit, but was able to roll to his right to make that pass. There's a quick pitch right up the middle. It's going to be a nice gain of about 7 yards.
A good solid run. Luke Christian there again, bringing it up the middle, lowering the pad level and just getting as many as he can.
That's going to bring up 2nd down now and 7. They made a first down on that first play to Butnick. And a whistle is blowing now.
It's going to be a timeout for Allen Academy.
Timeout is called already here. Allen Academy, they're going to get it together, and so are we. And back here for live action, there's the snap to Sotolongo. It'll be a quick pass out to the left. Oh, in and out of his hands.
Yeah, it was intended for Colin Roy. And he just, I think he was going to look up the field to see where he was going to go because he had it out on the flat by himself, and it just went through his hands.
He was already doing his touchdown dance.
Yeah, he was thinking about it, wasn't he?
Going to bring up 3rd down now, about 7 yards to go. And Longo snapping his hands, nothing's happening, turns to the coach, says, run the play, boy. And he said, yes, sir. And there's the snap. Quick pass now out to the right-hand side. Not going to make enough for the first down. That's Anderson.
Another little screen pass. Caught this time, but Bryce Anderson is able to bring it up with a nice block by Cole Bunnick to get close to the line of the line to gain. Not quite a first down.
Ooh, he's going, what, half a yard short maybe?
He hit the sticks on the sideline, so
Yeah.
that's how close it was.
We'll see how they mark it.
I think he broke the sticks.
Yeah, he did. I think they're trying to bend it,
They're trying to bend it back.
Yeah. Lay it down and step on it, fellas. There we go.
Oh, he bent it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the stick guy's got to anticipate that and drop him.
Yeah, that's the drop and run the opposite direction. I'm out of here.
So he's, what, a yard and a half?
Looks to be about a yard and a half.
About a yard and a half short.
Okay, so it's going to bring up 4th down now for the Eagles. First drive of the night. Snap is the Solongo. Quick pitch back. And it's not going to be enough.
As Tirado on the carry got dropped in the backfield, and dropped in the backfield by number 23, Logan Perez.
He wasn't able to secure that pitch back and was trying to hold it between his legs. And so getting hit at that position, all you're really going to do is go down instead of fumble the ball.
Well, it was so quick, it might have been better off just being a handoff because you're pitching the ball 1.5 feet.
Yeah.
And that just puts the ball in jeopardy.
Well, it wasn't pitched back to him directly. It was kind of floated up and floated back down, and he was trying to get a handle on it.
Okay, first down now for the Rams, their first offensive series. Then there's the ball handed off over the left-hand side and to number 15, Brock Field. And
Tackled by our number 15, Giovanni Tirado.
We saw Brock Field in the scrimmage, Steve. You weren't there that night over at Allen Academy, but Brock Field was having his way out there on the field. He's a big, strong runner.
Yeah, he is.
Second down now. Pass over to Field again. Handoff. Pushing people away. 4 Eagles to take him down.
Yeah, they gave him a first down on that first run. I think he was just short, but that one's going to go for another 12 yards.
So, Peter, the Eagles are going to have their hands full with Brock Field right here.
He's a big dude to tackle, especially with all the small people that we have on our team.
Fake to Field now in the pass downfield. Wide open in the end zone.
Touchdown.
And he's going to catch it for the TD.
Yeah, that was number 1, Hudson Marriott, with the reception.
Covered by Felipe Sotolongo, just not quite able to close the distance enough to make a play on the ball. And Hudson Marriott makes a good catch there to bring it in.
So 2 running plays to Field, and then the long pass into the end zone to Hudson Marriott. Marriott?
Marriott. I believe that was a brother to brother, Sawyer to Hudson.
Right. They got 2 brothers on the team. Kick is up and just crawls over the crossbar. And that will make it 8-0 here in the first quarter. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Eagle football right here on the Red Sea Radio Network. And welcome back to the Nest here at the Athletic Complex. Rams kicking off to the Eagles. There's going to be a little squib kick just out to the front line.
A little onside kick. Austin Sheffield picks it up and falls down to the ground. Good smart play.
Yeah, he made a nice cover on that.
Playing center for us today, who is also back from an injury, is Dagan Curtis, who's going to be replacing Jax Hoffpower. Jax is out for the season with an ACL tear. So that's going to be an unfortunate loss for St. Joseph.
That is going to be an unfortunate loss because he was a big guy for them. Longo out here throwing to the outside.
That's through the hands of Bryce Anderson.
Wide open was Anderson on the sidelines.
Little crossing route. Felipe Sotolongo zips it to him, and it just right off the fingertips of Bryce Anderson, not quite able to reach it to bring it in.
That's going to bring up 2nd and 15. Ball's going to be right at the 37-yard line. Longo ready for the snap. There it is, kind of a high floating snap. He picks it up, though. He's going to move to his right, looking to throw to the relief valve.
And Tirado.
A big block.
Tirado with a big block. He decleated a defender coming down like a train on top of Sotolongo. Tirado stepped in front of him and said, not today.
Mario Pokerule.
Let's bring up 3rd down and 15 now for the Eagles. Sotolongo waits for the snap. There it is. Now it's a quick pitch over to the right.
Nice run by Tirado.
Running it with Giovanni again.
Yep. Almost a 10-yard pickup.
Yeah, he cuts it to the weak side.
It was a 10-yard pickup, yeah.
Makes another cut inside to get about 10 yards.
Yeah, it's going to set us up 4th and 5.
So Tirado remains in the backfield with Longo. See what they do here in 4th down and 5. don't really want to turn the ball over again. We saw what the Rams did on their very first possession. It was the field show as he rumbled through the defense. Sotolongo now back to pass. Oh, big rush, gets away, but then the second man coming in, which is Logan Perez.
Logan Perez made a good move on Giovanni Tirado, avoiding him to the left and right down the middle of the pocket there, straight into Felipe Sotolongo.
Ball's going to go over.
On downs.
Downs to.
But not only does the ball go over, Steve, but they gain about 15, 20 yards on the sack.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
So now in good field position at the 30-yard line of the Eagles as they set up now for their second series. Over the ball is Logan Perez as the center. There's a high snap. Throw it out here to the right-hand side. Oh, in and out of the hands of Marriott.
Yeah.
A little bit of a high pass from Sawyer to Hudson, and was not able to bring it right through the hands.
I think it's kind of the same thing that we went through that first series of downs. He was out there by himself, and he had a blocker in front of him, and I think he was thinking about what he's going to do when he got that ball in his hands as opposed to securing that ball.
Yeah, they motioned Brock out to come be a lead blocker with some momentum, so that could have been a dangerous play had he caught the ball.
Rams set up 2 receivers to the left this time. There's the pitch back to field. And he's going to go and rumble through the defense and go all the way down to about the 10-yard line.
Felipe coming down from the safety position to put a shoulder into the knee of Brock, who almost is able to spin out of it, gets a couple more yards after contact.
So that's going to bring up second down and goal for the Rams. There's the snap, fake to field this time, and they're going to throw it to the outside. He's going to get it. It's number 23, Logan Perez.
Corralled by the freshman Colin Roy coming down from the cornerback position.
You know, I'm only used to calling one Perez.
Yeah.
And that's from the Eagles.
Yeah, he's been gone for a little bit.
Couple years. Talked to him yesterday on Messenger.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I told him we missed him. Okay, here's a pass into the end zone. Oh, over his head. He wants the flag, gesturing to the official. Throw the flag.
Well defended by Felipe Sotolongo right there. He got a hand up. Yeah, he didn't. He can get his head all the way back around, but he got a hand up and broke the concentration of Hudson Marriott, and he just could not reel that one in.
Yeah, because of the low amount of contact, that's why he didn't throw the flag on him, because Felipe needed to turn his head around for it to be a legal play, but since he wasn't making big contact with the receiver, he let it fly.
Brock Field now gets the snap, and he gives it over to number 2, Shane Marriott.
Yep,
Sawyer.
He's escorted out of bounds, about a half a yard shy of the goal line.
So Field and Marriott taking turns receiving the snap from center, which allows the other back to run in that instance, because you can't run if you get the direct snap here in 6-man. So now Marriott gets the snap. He pitches it out to Field. Field going to go to the outside, but then he runs straight up the middle for the Ram touchdown.
He runs
through Bryce Anderson. Bryce, a way smaller guy, so he sets up low and tries to hit him low, but his mistake was he stopped his momentum, and he stopped where he was, and that allowed Barack to just run straight through him.
Try after is good. And it's going to be 16-0 here. The Rams in the first quarter. Guys, we'll just stay here for a second and analyze what's going on here. Peter, what do they got to do?
Yeah, you know, we're gonna have to find an answer for Brock Fields and being able to tackle him, because our DNs, we have 2 on either side. They're closing the hole and then all Brock has to do is come up just slightly through the middle of that hole, and then it's a lot of green grass because they're running these wide receivers off. And because of our size, we're not able to make that first open field tackle, and he's getting plenty of yards after contact.
Well, he's a big dude, Steve.
Yeah, he's a load. And to be honest, they could run him all night, and this thing could be over by halftime. He's that decisive of a factor here. So
I did not anticipate that. I thought for sure we'd be going for 4 quarters here tonight. I even told Dennis Maka, our chief engineer and president of the Red Sea Radio Network, yeah, I think we're going 4 quarters tonight.
Yeah. No, their coach would be crazy that they didn't saddle him up and ride him on the sunset tonight because he can make this a short game.
And there's another onside kick.
That had some nasty bounce on it, but received very cleanly by the freshman Austin Sheffield.
He did a great job.
I was worried about that one.
Yeah,
I was worried about
some
that.
Wicked hops. And
so that tells me that they want to get the ball back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're going to have a couple onside kicks like that.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things that they want to have the ball on offense as long as possible before their players get tired. And that's one of those things that brought them down last year is they got tired throughout the game, and with Brock taking all the hits, he wasn't able to run the ball as much, so he was getting worn down.
6:17 remaining here in the first quarter, 16-0 already in favor of the Rams as Longo rolls to his left. And he's going to make a nice pass, and it's going to be caught by Colt Bundick.
What a beautiful catch by Colt. Got both his feet down, and he, man, and you got to give it to Longo, too. He dropped it right in, and nobody else is going to get a hand on it.
Yeah, Colt had a little corner right there and was able to catch it right on the sideline. Got
Gain
about
of
11.
I was going to say 12, but I'll go with your 11.
We can say 12.
Okay. Gain of 12 for Bundick. Second down for the Eagles. Longo looking over for some direction from Coach Patterson. He gets it. Snaps his hands twice. There's the snap. Pass to the outside, and that's going to go nowhere.
Another screen to Bryce Anderson on the inside receiver spot there. But they were ready for that one. I don't know if y'all heard it, but I heard Allen sideline yelling, watch for screen, watch for screen.
Yep.
So they were ready to jump all over that one.
It developed pretty slowly, and it allowed that defense to just take off, lay their ears back, and go after it.
3rd down and 5 now for the Eagles. Ball is on the Rams' 34-yard line. 5:35 remaining here in the first quarter of play. Glad you're with us here on the Red Sea Radio Network. Going in motion is Anderson. He'll stop right over the center. There's the snap to Longo. Longo's going to scramble. He's going to go to his right. The ball comes out. Gets knocked out of his hands.
You know, Soto Longo getting a little bit careless with the ball with the defenders near him. Had it only in one hand like he was ready to throw when he was rolling around.
Mario Percundi.
Yeah, and Mario Pokirul was able to throw a hand down to get that arm moving.
Yeah, I think Perez came up with it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Perez came up with it. He got poked.
Yeah,
So the
Logan Perez falls on it.
First turnover of the game gives the balls back to the Rams inside the Eagle territory. We'll call it the 42. Back to pass is Marriott. Are they going to call that a fumble, or did he move his arm forward?
They're going to call that an incomplete pass, but that play was blown up by none other than David Hagerman.
Yeah, he came in and like flying and like he shot out of a cannon or something, and man, he went straight to the quarterback.
The big help was Giovanni ran through his first blocker, and so Brock Fields had to step up to block Giovanni Tirado. So David had free reign after he got past his first blocker to pressure Sawyer Marriott.
You know, we saw Hagerman do so much of that last year. That's what the Eagles are going to need right now. They got to blow up the play quickly because you can't take on field one-on-one when he gets down the field like he is right now. And there he is. He breaks loose. He's going to go all the way in for the score.
We don't have any answer for that.
Touchdown, Rams.
Yeah, it looked like Colt was going to have him on the sideline, but Colt stayed a little bit too high with that tackle, and Brockfield was able to get off that nasty stiff arm to push him away.
How tall is he? Is he as tall as you are?
Brock?
Yeah.
Oh, he's taller than me. I'm about 6 foot. I think he's like 6'2".
And he's probably got you by 30.
50 pounds.
I was going to say 30, but
He's huge.
but you're a little string bean.
Yeah, I'm a skinny guy.
So there's a point for just 1 point. A bad snap. Couldn't get the kick down. On the ground is Hudson Marriott.
Hudson slow to get up after passing that ball. Felipe Sotolongo was able to throw him to the ground while he was throwing that ball.
And he's holding his arm right now, so that won't be good for him. But the damage is done here, 23-0, 5 minutes remaining here. In the first quarter of play, you're listening to exclusive coverage of Eagle football right here on the Red Sea Radio Network. And welcome back to the Nest. Rams kick off to the Eagles, and the tackle was made by Mario Persulo, and he kind of bent.
That was a little bit of an awkward tackle.
Very much awkward.
Getting Felipe's legs caught under him and then like pulling him over himself. But Felipe would have popped right back up. So good to see it was uninjured by that.
Well, he's made out of rubber, kind of like Gumby. And there's a long pass.
Go, Colin.
I was waiting for that one.
All right, Colin Roy.
And Felipe Sotolongo let that thing fly before Colin even got past his man.
Yeah.
And I think that was something they saw earlier in the last drive. I saw Aiden Cruz pointing to Felipe to just point downfield, just throw it, just test him. They saw a matchup they liked, and they were like, Felipe, trust your guy. And he did right there, and it paid off.
Yeah, that was a great, just a well-placed pass, dropped it right in the bucket, and Colin knew what to do with it.
Normally that play's been going to Bundick, same play, but it's been Bundick that's been going out there.
There you go.
Kick is up, and it is good.
Yeah, with Allen, I think that they have enough depth to be able to put a decent player on Bundick and to be able to play that 10, 15 yards off so that they can't get a deep pass on him. But that was number 5, Logan Brading. So they had a freshman on our freshman, Colin Roy, there.
I'll tell you what, that was a nice answer. We let them rattle off 23 unanswered points. That was a nice answer to the bell. And let's see what else we got. We do have to stiffen up on defense in this next possession that they have. And, you know, we cannot let that guy get a full head of steam coming out of the backfield. We got to figure out some way to get back there and blow that up and make contact before it gets up to full speed.
You know, sometimes you just got to get punched in the mouth before you wake up and say, okay, we're in a game here. Now here's the kickoff by the Eagles. This one's going to be a deep kick, too, all the way down to the goal line. Picking the ball up and coming out to the 30-yard line.
Nice tackle by Bryce Anderson there.
It's going to be Marriott.
Yeah, Giovanni with a good kick, a little bit low, but had a lot of power to it, was able to get down to the goal line where he received the ball.
Yeah, he played it a little shallow. He had to run back to get a handle on that ball.
Yeah, it bounced in front of him.
Yep.
So it's going to be first down for the Eagles. No, not the Eagles. The Rams after the Eagles capitalize.
Giovanni Travaglio.
Gio and David were ready for that one.
See, and he didn't get a full head of steam before they closed on him and got a pad on him.
Yeah, I noticed Torado was rushing a little bit slowly there. I think that was something that the coaches told him to do so that he didn't fall off the cliff there and allow a big gap for Brock Fields. So he slowed down, went by his blocker one at a time, and was ready in that gap for whenever Brock Fields decided to take off.
Yeah, that's lost about 5 on that play. That's going to bring up second 20.
And Torado
little gang
up.
tackle.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they're going to need to do if they're going to stop Mr. Fields. And here he is again, right up the middle. This time they got 3 players on him, and they bring him down.
Again, who was that? Torado
and Colt Bundick with first contact, able to stop him at that line of scrimmage, and Giovanni coming from the backside to clean it up.
Yeah, he might have picked up a couple yards there, but that was about it. And good gang tackling. That's what they have to do.
Yeah, they're playing their defense a little bit different. They moved David from linebacker to defensive end and put Colt at at linebacker, and he's playing a shallow linebacker position so that Brock Fields doesn't have much room to work with.
Sawyer Marriott will receive the snap, and he's going to pass downfield.
And he sailed that one over the head of Brock Field.
Yeah,
and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Brock motions out and runs a little out route. He was covered by Colt Bundick, and throw a little bit over his head there. Wasn't able to fully reach it.
Yep.
And hats off to the Eagle defensive coordinator. And this is what I love about football.
James Najvar.
You can see the team doing something, and you better come up with a plan to stop it. And that's exactly what they have done here.
Looks like it's going to be a punt.
Very rare in the six-man game.
Ooh.
Picked up on the fly by Bundick. He's going to reverse his field, go out to the right-hand side now. He's going to make it to the sidelines and get pushed out of bounds by Logan Perez.
Yeah, that was about, on the return, turn included, that was about an 8-yard punt net.
Yep. Yeah, they brought it back to about their line to gain there. Yep. Yeah, Colt with a more conservative return didn't hit the full speed, but was able to weave some traffic.
Steve Rayburn doing the math.
Ciphering over here, Jethro. Oh man, this is the answer. No,
he's my math guy.
This is the answer we needed. This is the answer that was required of us, right?
Yeah,
here.
just a couple little adjustments to plan for this
Longo
offense.
Now rolls to his left. Pass on the run.
Oh, go, baby.
Colin Roy, man. That's a 10-yard pickup by Colin Roy right there.
Finds an out route to Colin on the sideline, makes an inside move, and is almost able to get by Logan Perez there. Logan grabs him from behind and brings him down for about a 12-yard gain.
Yep. Colin Roy turning into a pretty good receiver so far this season.
He's a tall dude. He's got long arms, and he's got a little bit of speed to him. So, and he's making the catches.
Oh, he's also got determination and some grit.
Yep, he does have the grit.
And that is a dangerous combination.
Yeah, these guys want to play ball.
But he is a relative of Gabby Roy, so we've seen the grit from the Roy clan.
I think that's their middle name. Longo, back, scrambling, goes to his right. He's going to throw it out of bounds.
Got some heavy pressure there from Mario Pokerol.
Yeah. He did the right thing there. He was in trouble, and they were breathing down his neck, and he just unloaded it.
Anderson and Bundick out in the zip code where that ball was going.
Yeah, Felipe didn't have much time there. Just rolled out and was like, all right, I'm going to dirt it.
Okay, we'll reset. Longo. Calling for the ball. There it is. He's going to roll to his right. Blocking is good. Pass downfield. Going to be complete at the 10-yard line.
You know, they've been running the same concept the whole entire game, and they haven't been able to stop it. It's that corner over top with an out route underneath it, and Colt Bundick with that out route underneath was wide open for that first down.
I really like the way they're rolling Longo out into the flat, and because they have to respect that. The fact that he has wheels, and then the guys are making nice little plays in space, and they're wide open.
Yeah, they tried it last play, but they weren't able to get that ceiling block. But there they got that seal the edge block that allowed Felipe with a lot of time on the sideline.
Roy going out split. Longo doesn't like what he sees, and he's going to call a timeout. We'll take a little timeout here too. Completely different game right now after going down 23-0. Eagles score on a long pass to Colin Roy, and now they're in their second drive after stopping the Rams in 4 straight. Here we go. Longo rolling out to his left. He's going to pass downfield. That ball's going to be blocked, though, hitting out of his hand.
Nice play on defense by Hudson Marriott. He had a Colt dialed up for that pass, and he got there and contested that pass, and Colt could not bring it in.
Peter, did his hand get hit as he was releasing the ball?
I'm not sure. I started looking at the ball in the air, but he was running out of space and running out fast, and so he lobbed it up there for Colt, hoping that he was able to make a play.
Right.
He got a hand on it, but so did Hudson or Sawyer Marriott.
Okay,
Which one was it?
Hudson Marriott.
Tirado in the backfield with Longo. He uses a blocker. He's going to release out. They're going to throw him the little flat pass, and he's going to get
Yeah,
knocked down.
That was a good play on defense, and then that was Brock Field on defense. That pass was flipped kind of back over the shoulder of Sotolongo, and it was intended for Giovanni Tirado, and he made a great play on that.
Very instinctual play. Okay, here we go now. It's going to be 3rd down and goal for the Eagles. Whistles blow before the snap can happen.
He called a timeout. Wait. Yep. Yeah, he called a timeout. Or he got charged with the timeout.
Well, Alex was on the field out about 10 feet.
Yeah, well, that's going to constitute a timeout.
So I think he was trying to get the referee's attention.
Yeah, Patterson was having trouble with that when he was trying to call his timeout. He had to go out to nearly midfield before the referee looked at him and was like, "Oh, let me call a timeout."
Yeah, and we got linesmen on either side. You can just run over to one of them, and you should be able to run over to one of them at least within 5 yards and call that timeout.
Coach Simpson talking to the white hat. Who was our white hat again, you said?
That is R.L. Riddick.
R.L. Riddick, in charge of the officiating crew here tonight, explaining to Simpson exactly why things went down as they did. And now that's going to bring up 3rd and goal. Ball on the 7-yard line.
I wouldn't be surprised if they run it here.
Of the Rams. Well, they have to give it to Tirado. And there they do. He's going to go right up the gut down to about the 2-yard line.
Man, that's like stepping in front of a truck. Yeah, you got to do that real carefully.
Yeah, they ran that close bunch look with Tirado in the backfield running a little dive. I was able to get a couple yards, but still about 2 to 3 short of the goal line.
So here it is, 4th down. It's go time. If you're an Eagles fan, Tirado in the backfield with Longo.
Aiden Cruz audibling the play.
And there's the snap. Longo rolls to his left. He's going to be ball bottled up, though, and brought down at the 6-yard line. Ball comes out, but it won't matter because it's 4th down.
That's a tough one, guys.
Yeah, didn't have enough time. They tried to run that orbit motion with Colin Roy. If you don't know what that is, they motion in towards the center, and then when the snap comes, they sprint as fast as they can back to the outside to try to get a little flat out route. But Allen running a zone, so he was not open for that flat out there, and Felipe ran out of time.
So the drive stalls at the 2.5-yard line. On the sack, the Rams will start their drive at about the 7. 1st and 15 for them. 44 seconds remaining here in the first quarter of play. 23-6 is your score. And you're on the Red Sea Network. Make some popcorn. It's going to be a great game here the rest of the way. There's a pitch back over to Field. He's going to break 1 tackle, break 2 tackles, get down over onto the left-hand side. Doesn't go out of bounds, stays in bounds.
You know, Colt Bundick read that play like a book and was ready in the backfield with Brock Fields, but once again, just hitting him too high. And so Brock's going to break that tackle every single time. Yeah. And Giovanni not able to get enough of a head start to get some power into his tackle, and so Brock breaks out of that one too.
And I think they're just going to, no, I was going to say they're going to wait until the second quarter, but they go up to the line of scrimmage. 5 seconds on the clock. They get the play off. They're going to pass out to the left-hand side now to Fields. Fields breaks 2 tackles, gets to the out of bounds as the clock expires. Ball's going to go out on the 20-yard line, and that's where the quarter will end. 23-6 at the end of the first quarter of play. Gil Dominguez, Steve Rayburn, Peter Najvar here with you on the Red Sea Radio Network. We'll be right back with second quarter action from the Athletic Complex. And welcome back here to the St. Joseph Complex, Sports Complex here, just on the other side of Lake Bryan. Steve, what's your assessment here of the first quarter?
First quarter, rough start for the Eagles, but seeing some really good stuff now. Defense is being played well. Offense looks sharp. We just got to, when we get our hands on the ball and move the ball as well as we have to score it. We have to stay with them.
Peter?
Yeah, I think on offense, you guys stick with what works. You know, if they're not going to cover that corner with the out underneath, then just keep on running it.
There's the snap and a pass. Oh, and a big hit.
Still brought in by Logan Perez, but Felipe Sotolongo making him pay for it.
That'll make you think next time you reach back up to catch the ball, waiting for that hit to come.
I'm actually kind of surprised by that. Felipe is a little bit of a smaller guy, and Logan's filled out. He's got some size to him, but he put him on the ground.
A nice lick.
Gain of 16 is going to be a first down for the Rams. Ball on the 32-yard line, we'll call it. Going back as Marriott. Downfield, tangled up a little bit there.
Well played by Colin Roy. Yep.
Sawyer Marriott hit as he throws by David Hagerman on the backside, and it sails it a little bit too long there. And Hudson Marriott not able to quite reach it. Wants the PI call, but I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
I think they were both going for the ball.
And there was hand fighting between the both of them as they made that last break.
There was hands both ways, and if you as a wide receiver are also putting your hands out like that, they're not going to call it.
Right.
So complaining for it isn't going to do much for you when you're part of it.
No.
It wasn't that much complaining. It was more like, huh? Okay, here, second down, 15 to go. Give the ball to Field. That's what you do. He busts through some tackles, going down the left-hand sideline. No one's going to catch him. Touchdown, Rams.
Colin Roy comes up from the cornerback position, but with a man like Brock Fields running at you, it gets a little scary, and I don't blame him. Not able to quite get a wrap around him, and Brock just takes it to the outside and nobody else there.
He does, and not only some strength, but he really showed some quickness there once he got to the outside.
He's got some top speed. He in past years he had more mobility, but he got a little bit bigger and filled out more and lost that mobility, but he still has the speed.
So the kick is good. That's going to make it 31-6 now. Second quarter just starting. If you're just joining us, this is the big rivalry week, rivalry game against the Allen Academy Rams, a school that's probably 5 miles away, a couple miles from the actual campus of St. Joseph's. But out from where we're at right now, you got to go like back into town to get over there. And everything.
We're way out here.
Yeah, we are. I just saw a big semi truck just going down the OSR. So, you know, if you got semi-trucks going by, you're way out there.
Right.
Yep, one of these things that the Eagle defense is going to have to figure out is just how to tackle Brock. And as a young guy, when you don't have much size, your best hope is dive at the legs. You know, you have to come at him head on, but you got to dive at his legs, make him either go to either side or try to run through you and hopefully trip him up.
Yeah, knee down, and especially some of the smaller guys. Strike. You have to strike from the knee down and try to get him tangled up in his own legs and bring him down. If you can wrap him up, but you have to strike him low.
Yeah, these arm tackles aren't going to work on Mr. Fields, as we've seen.
No, he just blows right through them. It's like Hudson trying to tackle me.
Well covered again. Hats off to you,
Mr.
Austin
Sure
Sheffield.
Hands, Austin Sheffield.
Yep.
They keep trying him. He's 3 for 3 with that.
So Sheffield recovers the ball on the 35-yard line. Eagles are going to set up 1st and 15 from there, down 31-6. Their one lone touchdown, a long pass to Colin Roy. Last drive stalled out at the 2.5-yard line. This time Longo gets the ball, he pitches it off to the left. He runs to the left.
They're the right. They're pressing up on Cole Bunnick there, and I'm gonna say that's a mistake. That's not something you want to do.
At some point, he's gonna rake those hands off of him, and blow past you, and he's going to be up the field and 5 yards behind you.
Yeah,
Be
he's blown.
real
He's
careful
blown right
with
by
that.
that first guy,
Yeah.
Sawyer Marriott. But they're playing that safety over top of both of them.
Yeah.
A little bit of a cover 2 look with Hudson Marriott.
Pitch goes back to Longo now as he'll scramble to his left-hand side. Oh, get tackled over the top.
You know, and from a running back position, I think that was a smart play to slow down at about the line of scrimmage there, because coming at him was Brock Fields, and I'd much rather be tackled by somebody other than Brock Fields, which is what happened there. That could have been a punishing hit.
Yeah.
So Felipe Sotolongo making a business decision there to stay away from him.
Boku rule.
We got to figure out how to say his name.
Yeah, I should have asked Coach beforehand. My apologies to the family. They probably know where we live because we're all here in Bryan.
Yep.
All right, there's a handoff, kind of a sneaky little handoff, trying to get the ball to Triado.
I'm not even sure if he would have been allowed to run that there. Gets back to about the line of scrimmage, because they both caught the ball at the same time. There wasn't real possession between either Felipe or Giovanni, and he just kind of took off with it.
So Eagles call a timeout here. 7:58 remaining here in the quarter. We'll be right back. You're listening to exciting Eagle football right here on the Red Sea Radio Network. We'll be right back. As we return back to action, it's a big rush by the Rams.
That's a sack by Mario Pokirol, who ran right through his first blocker. That was Jaron Cruz. He ran right through him, and he was on Felipe Solongo's backside. So Felipe not able to feel him there, and gets brought down from behind.
Turnover on downs, and the Rams are going to take over, what, about the 26-yard line, 1st and 15.
So things looked promising when the Eagles held them 4 and out. They had bottled up field on that series of downs. And then when they couldn't score at the 2.5-yard line, a little bit of a backslide, I think.
Yeah.
And now Field has scored again, 31-6. And the Rams have the ball 1st and 15. Oh, that pass is going to go in and out of the hands.
A little bit of a quads look running that screen pass to Hudson Marriott, and crashing down on his Felipe Solongo to dive at the legs and bring him down about 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Was that a live ball?
Yes, it was.
Because he threw it behind him?
Yes.
Yeah,
Like a lateral?
It looked like Brock Fields was going to run down the field, and they were possibly going to throw it to him, but not able to get anything going with so much pressure in his face.
Okay, it's going to bring up 2nd and 20 now for the Rams. Going back is Marriott. He's going to throw way downfield.
He was completely out of bounds. He was trying to go up to get it, but it wouldn't to no avail. He would have been out of bounds if he would have caught the ball anyways.
Yeah, Hudson Marriott ran a stop and go there, and you know, a little rookie mistake by Felipe Solongo, even playing 5 yards off and being further back, bit on that stop, and was able to get open for half a second there, but the ball not able to be caught.
Yeah, they don't have a great throwing game. It's okay, but the running by Field is, I mean, that's really what defense needs to zero in on and stop that run.
3rd and 20 now for the Rams. Snap goes back to Marriott. He's going to throw it out here to the left-hand side, in and out of the hands of number 23, Logan Perez.
Colt Bunnick pursuing on that one. Logan just reaches up with one hand and tips it up. Unfortunate that Colt didn't see the tip, because that could have been an interception.
Yeah.
But I don't blame him. He was more focused on making the tackle.
Yeah.
So
He's going to try to drop him before he could pick up any real yards.
That's going to bring up 4th and 20 for the Rams. Too close to punt. Got to make the first down, or the ball's going to go over to the Eagles.
They're going to run it. They're going to run it.
That's what it looks like.
Again.
Yep.
Fields, ball carrier, goes up the middle. Now he goes to the outside. Spun around, stays on his feet, all the way down to the 10-yard line. Call it the 9.
And that's going to be a first down.
Yeah.
finally brought down by the backside corner, Felipe Sotolongo, after he ran through about 5 of your St. Joseph Eagle defenders.
So he started the ball right up the middle, then broke to the outside. This time he takes the ball and goes right up the middle as well, gets down to the 5-yard line.
St. Joseph able to clog up the middle a little bit more there on that run as Brock only gets about 3.
Second down, goal for the Rams. Ball on the 5. There's a snap back to Marriott. He's going to throw at this time out to the outside.
Sawyer's going to sail that over the head of Hudson Marriott, who was closely covered by Felipe Sotolongo. He ran a little pivot route, running that slant and then breaking it back out, but Felipe not falling for it.
You know, that's my grandson's name. Hudson.
Hudson?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
We call him Huddy.
That's pretty cool.
I got to tell him there's a player named after him now. Okay, here we go. Third down. End goal for the Rams. Snap to Sawyer. They're trying to throw the ball out to the outside.
They ran a little swing to the right from Brock being behind the quarterback, running out to the right and tried to get the pass off, but it was on his back shoulder, and he was getting hit at the same time while trying to catch it. It goes through his hands.
Brock is telling him, just pitch it to me. Come on, man.
Yeah, I'll run it in at 5 yards out. But you know, I would. I don't know how we're scheming on the defense just yet, but you know, if you played the run and banked on the run, I don't think they're going to throw the ball to be successful tonight.
Okay, that's going to bring up a 4th and goal, and timeout is going to be called, and the Brain Trust are going to go over it together. We'll stay right here this time, ladies and gentlemen, with you. Peter Najvar, Steve Rayburn, myself, Gil Dominguez, welcome into the nest here. You know, the wind is picking up a little bit here, Steve.
Feels great. Absolutely. That front's getting closer, and you can feel the wind pick up, and it feels like fall football weather.
I'm not so sure.
Come on.
You still think it's hot?
No, it's certainly not hot. That's for sure. But
Yeah,
the wind is kind of
good.
blowing right into the nest. I'm going to have to put some more feathers up here and do a little wind break for us.
I think I'm going to have to take it down. I like the wind.
Okay. Well, that side over there, we'll take it down. So we are in week number 2 of a 3-game homestand, ladies and gentlemen. You got one more week to come out and see the Eagles play next week, but here's 4th down now. The Rams, they get the ball over the field. Field's going to drive forward, get
And
down
he
to
is
about
stopped.
the 3.
That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Yep.
Tackle made by Bryce Anderson, I believe. Able to wrestle him down before the goal line.
Sure did.
An impressive job there.
Nice low shot to Brockfield on the leg. Brought him right on down.
So that's going to bring up 1st and 15 for the Eagles, way back on their 2-yard line. So you can expect the Rams are going to put on a big rush right here, try to get the safety. 3 men out to the right of center, close on the line. There's the snap. There's the pitch. Back in and barely, no, he doesn't get out.
Yeah, safety. Didn't get out of it.
And so that was a no-brainer right there for the Rams defense.
You know, really fast edge rush there. I want to say by Sawyer Marriott. It was either him or Mario. Cut that edge fast, and our blocker was not able to get out and seal him to the outside. And so David catches the ball with a guy right in his face. The blocking on that play, it really needs to improve on something like that with little room to work with. That blocker on the outside, he knows where the ball is going, so he's got to know that. Well, where else is the end going to go? He's going to go to the right of me, and he's going to crash down hard. So I need to crash to him fast. But he was slow getting out there and allowed the end to get past him.
Yeah.
So a free kick coming up by the Eagles, and they'll set the ball up on the 20-yard line. They're going to kick it off the tee. They could punt the ball, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or kick it off the tee, and they're going to choose to kick it off the tee as Triato gets set to do the honors. And this is going to be a deep kick going all the way. It's going to go out of bounds, actually, about the 23-yard line. There goes the flag.
Didn't that touch number 2?
He reached out for it, but he didn't put much effort into it, so I don't think he touched it.
Oh, I thought he got a hand on it. Okay. It changed trajectory. I
He toe poked it, so it had that
yeah.
awkward spin on it, which spun it right out of bounds.
That's the new term I learned last week from Peter Najvar.
Toe poke?
Toe poke.
Yeah, that's a Gio and a new kicker. So he's just going up there swinging with his leg. It looks like they're going to call for a re-kick, so they're going to move us back, I believe, 5 yards, and then we're going to kick it again.
Tilt down here and see the position of Tom Turbiville as he sits up in the stands right there. He's got his little computer out. He's broadcasting on the bcsball.com network, and he's the new voice of the Allen Academy Rams. Been doing it a couple seasons. Was working for Navasota team for a number of years and decided to make the move and just stay up here in the Brazos County, and now he's the voice of the Rams. So he's enjoying this one as we kick it off again. This time it's going to go
and a big kick
into the field, all the way down to the 5-yard line, picked up by Fields.
He's going to be corralled quickly by Colin Roy and Jaron Cruz at about the 25.
Actually, that was Marriott of the Hudson variety. Couple of brothers here on the team. You got the Marriott brothers, Hudson and Sawyer, and then you also have the Elizondo brothers.
Moises and Mateo. Is that how you say that? Moises?
Moses.
Yes, Moises and Mateo.
Well, it would be Moses. It's got an I in there, though.
Yeah, Moises.
Might be silent.
All right, we'll call him Moses. He's part in the Red Sea.
There we go. So, Allen Academy, 1st and 15 for them. 6:21 remaining here in the second quarter as Sawyer goes back. Long pass, and it's going to be caught by Marriott.
He's going to trust his brother over the middle of the field there and sends it down. Felipe Sotolongo not able to keep up with Hudson Marriott as he breaks free for the catch.
So that's Marriott to Marriott for the completion, a first down, ball at the 28-yard line. There's the pitch back.
Oh, that was a hold.
Give it to the bulldozer, Field. He's going to bulldoze his way up, through, and touchdown Rams.
There's a flag on the field. I want to say that's going to be holding, and it looks like they're waving it off. Touchdown.
I thought we had one guy coming off, one guy coming on. We weren't quite off the field, I didn't think, but.
That's why we have 3 pairs of eyes up here. And the kick is down, up, and it is good.
One of the better kicks for him after squeaking by with the last couple. He's able to get plenty of height and distance on that one.
41-6 here in the second quarter, and guys,
we're just not tackling.
We are in that danger zone for the mercy rule.
Yeah, you know, that was the one thing they talked about. They can't let the game get out of hand with Brock Fields, and they're letting it get out of hand. You know, Brock Fields is running all over them. On that last play, he was dragging David Hagerman for about 10 yards before David fell off of him.
Yeah, but you know, nobody came up and helped clean that up. I mean, Hagerman's hanging on for dear life, but nobody really came up and made an aggressive move to help clean that play up. And, you know, he finally shook Hagerman off. And we're kind of back to our first of the first quarter kind of, you know, approach to tackling. And it's just, I mean, he's just wearing us out.
Yeah, that one drive we were playing more conservative on the rushes, and we're able to get rid of our blockers and move them so that we can make a tackle. But now we're just getting blocked into.
Well, we were blowing up the play in the backfield, and that really helped. Okay, here's Sotolongo now. He's going to pick up the kickoff. He's going to come around here to the right-hand side. Oh, he's going to take on.
He's going to lower his shoulder there into Logan Perez.
Say, hello, Mr. Perez.
You know, a deep kick that Felipe reached up for and went through his hands and was at about the goal line. Was able to take it out to about the 25 and got to the sideline, saw Logan Perez and said, all right, come to me. Lowered his shoulder, got a couple more yards.
Yeah.
But he just took him on.
Yep. Sure did.
And Perez has got to be at least 10 inches taller than
Yeah,
him.
probably 50 pounds heavier.
He's a lot heavier. I don't know about much taller, but he's got a lot more size to him. But Felipe's showing he doesn't care about size today, and he's just
No, he's there to win. So now, 1st and 15 for the Eagles. There's a snap back to Sotolongo. Big rush, and he throws the ball down. Landing on it
and they're wanting a face mask on Sotolongo, but it
is
looks like
Hagerman.
the ref did not see it.
So Longo gets away with the incomplete pass. That could have been a couple different things right there.
Yeah, he had two guys on him when he threw it, but it was a forward throwing motion and at the feet of his wide receiver, so it wasn't a fumble and it wasn't intentional grounding.
They're going to move the ball up to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 15 now for the Eagles. Sotolongo calls for the snap. He gets it. He's scrambling to his right. He drops the ball. He drops the ball while scrambling, and I think it's going to be recovered. By Sotolongo. He's going to get it.
Felipe able to fall back on it. It looked to me like Mateo Elizondo almost had it there.
It did. It looked like he jumped right on it and curled up like a bunny rabbit. But underneath that bunny was Sotolongo. And his hands are on his hips. He's not happy with that. He's such a competitor. Now Sotolongo goes to the left. In the backfield is Triado. He's going to get the direct snap. Here comes Sotolongo now to the right. He'll line up as the right side back. No, the ball's going to go to Sotolongo now. There it is, and there's a pitch back. And looking down the field to run is Bundick.
Cole Bundick going to pick up a couple yards there, but I think they're calling a holding.
Yeah.
So it's going to be taken back.
Back us up in another 10 yards.
Flag on the field at the 12-yard line.
Yeah, okay, motion. It's going to be a motion penalty. Going back 5, we're going to do it again. That's, 30 yards? 3rd and 30?
Let's see, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, 30, 31. There's the snap now. Over to Longo. He gives it back.
Go.
And being dragged down by the jersey, spun him around. That was Perez.
That's
spinning Bundick around.
That's something I dislike about these new age jerseys. They're too stretchy, and if you were here, you would have seen Colts jersey stretched back about 2 feet there. With our old jerseys, the Adidas we had, they didn't stretch like that. They were more of a solid fabric. But these new ones we've gotten are very stretchy, and it helps for the defense to take you down.
4th down now, and they're going to attempt a punt, which they get off. Catching the ball down the field was Bundick.
Smart move by Bundick to go ahead and field that punt. It was a short punt, and it would have gave them a great chance for a return straight into the end zone.
So what's the net there, 10 yards?
It was landed about 2 yards past our line to gain.
Yeah.
Okay, so about a 15-yard punt then.
Yeah.
Punting game, not one of the stronger points so far this season.
Yeah.
Of course, as we were describing it before, it's not a tool that's used very often.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it wasn't really a strong point for us last year. If you remember, I had 3 punts against Richland Springs that all went about 10 yards. So.
And now here's the play to Field right up the middle. He's running, goes right through the defense for a Ram touchdown.
And he's going to get a warning for taunting Giovanni Torrado there. The ref blew the whistle and shook his head, said, "No, sir, you can't be doing that."
Excessive celebration.
Well, they ran it right down our throat, and that's a tough one.
47-6 now. the point to gain for the mercy rule would be 51 as they set up for the extra point. And there's the kick. It's up, and it is good.
Extra point is good, bringing our score.
So that's going to be 49-6 here. 4:01 remaining here in the quarter as Peter Najvar gets set.
Yeah, I had to take the headset off. It was hurting my ears a little
They
bit.
do. I know. You got to get used to it. Every year my ears have to toughen up. Steve, what about you?
Yeah, got to work into game shape here by the middle of football season.
And, of course, we haven't seen a fourth quarter all year, so we are out of shape. No doubt about it.
Great cover again on the kickoff by Austin Sheffield. He covers the kickoff at the 35-yard line.
He's the man.
You know, I hope he plays baseball because he looks like he could field a ground ball.
Yeah. And, I mean, when they're kicking it to him, it's coming in there, it's tumbling and end over end and coming in pretty hard. And he does the job every time.
Yeah, and I don't blame them for targeting him. You know, that was something that we did. I would talk it over with James, and we would find one of the smaller freshmen, and we would kick it to him and hope he makes a mistake. But
Sure.
Austin Sheffield's showing no mistakes here.
No.
Okay, so big series for the Eagles here, down 49-6. They need to put some points on the board on this drive to stave off the elimination of the mercy rule at the half. There's a pass, saw the long go down. Oh, almost intercepted.
He had a lot of pressure in his face and tried to get rid of the ball really quickly, but Colt had a safety crashing down from the top, and he was able to get a hand on that ball before Colt got to it.
Logan Branding almost picking that ball off. The Rams seemingly scoring at will here in the first half. Puts extra pressure on the Eagles now to get something done here on this drive. Put some more points on the board as they are 2 points away from the mercy rule. Here's the pass out here to Roy.
Ooh.
Roy's going to move forward, though.
He number 5 came up to put the lick on him. Logan Branding came up to put a lick on him, and Mr. Roy ran him over and picked up another yard.
Yeah, Colin received was a little bit behind him, the pass, and made a move, got past Sawyer Marriott, and then met Logan Brading and ran over him for a couple more yards.
That's going to bring up a third down, and I'll call it 10. It's probably 9. 3:17 remaining here in the second quarter. You're on the Red Sea Radio Network. Or actually, you're probably at home or in your car. We're on the Red Sea Radio Network. There's the pitch out there to the left-hand side. He's going to get bottled up at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
And that's going to be Hagerman.
Hagerman a little slow to get up there.
Yeah, he is.
Seemed to be feeling it from that hit from Brock Field.
He's bent over. He's still bent over. He says, no, I'm good. Don't take me out.
Coach is telling him it's not worth it at this point. Come out.
Yeah.
And so they'll take a look at him on the sidelines.
You know, he wanted to go to the outside there, but Sawyer Marriott crashed down fast from the outside, forced him to go inside and meet Brock Field.
Fourth down now. For the Eagles. There's the snap. Long pass, going to be knocked down.
That was broken up by Hudson Marriott. He made a great defensive play on that pass intended to Colt Bundy.
You know, Felipe Sotolongo doing what he can. He's sitting in there and taking some shots when getting rid of the ball and affects his accuracy a little bit. He's just begging for a little bit of time so that he can get that throw off. But these Allen D linemen are mowing straight through our offensive line.
Yeah.
As we take a little look over at the crowd, big crowd for Allen Academy tonight. They're tailgating out there. They didn't even pay admission to get in. They're just sitting over there in their parking in the parking lot over on their side of the field. Okay, so 1st and 15 now for the Rams. 2:24 remaining. They need 2 points to close this one out. If you are the coach, I think that's what you're trying to do here. And this pass is going to go way downfield and incomplete.
Pressured there by Colt Bunnick hitting Sawyer Marriott after he throws. Affects the accuracy a little bit, throws it too far inside for Hudson, not able to reach it.
Yeah, if I'd turn around, center that ball, turn around and hand it to number 15 and just go ahead
and then get
take
on the
care
bus.
of business. That's right.
Get on the bus. 2nd down, 15. Oh, there's a pitch, and it's going to be bobbled and just throwing now.
There we go.
Over to Field. He's going to dive for the 1st down, and they will give it to him. That ball's going to go down to the 25-yard line.
David Hagerman pressured him.
Holding. That's coming back.
I think they held Giovanni Torrado there a little bit. He looks to be a little shaken up on that one. Was kind of standing around right in the middle of the play.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like he's feeling himself.
Big round of applause for the Knights of Columbus working the chains here. And who's our announcer again? I got to remember his name.
Mr. Gallagher.
Mr. Gallagher. You know, he's doing his best Steve Rayburn impersonation.
He's far better than I ever could be, but he's doing a fine job.
He has a different style, but he's enthusiastic. I'll give him that. Okay, here we go. Another play by the Rams, and this pass is going to be broken up.
Really a pass that should have been caught, right in the bucket for number 12, John Gray, and just kind of falls through his hands as he's getting shoved in the back by Colin Roy.
It's going to bring up 3rd down, and we'll call it 21 for the Rams.
Yeah, you know where the ball's going, guys. Everybody on that field knows where the ball's going.
Yeah, they're dropping Bryce down for a double linebacker look with him and Colt instead of that safety over top, just trusting their corners. And they're going to throw it.
And now they're going to throw it out here to the left-hand side. You're going to break one tackle. He's going to go down the sidelines. He's going to get pushed out of bounds at the 20-yard line.
And Logan Perez able to have a good catch and run there because I'm not seeing the effort by the Eagle defense to make a tackle on him.
No, I think they've packed it in for the night.
He just makes one move and it's like, oh, he got me.
Yeah.
Timeout on the field. We're just going to stay right here. 1:57 remaining in the half, and it looks like maybe 1:57 remaining in the game. You hate to say that, but, but we call him as we see him here.
At this point, Allen is just trying to milk the clock out right here, and or I guess run the clock out, and then once it gets low enough, they're going to run it in with Brock.
Well, you can't do. It's not automatic. I mean, they have been scoring pretty easily, Steve, but nothing's automatic in life.
True. But they have been very successful all night long with getting the ball in his hands, and he's such a imposing figure out there on the field, and he runs really physical, and it's taking its toll on the defense. And
I mean, I can go home and Lynn can have the door locked.
I bet not.
I'm just saying.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen in life. Okay, here we go. I hope she doesn't. If you're listening, Lynn.
Ben, if you're listening, put a box out in front of the house.
1st and 15. Pass right over the middle. It's going to be caught. It's going to go all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Yeah, a good pass and a good catch.
Hudson Marriott.
The Marriott brothers.
Marriott to Marriott.
Yeah, Hudson running a slant on there, and Sawyer putting it right where it needed to be.
You know, they've never done that in the backyard. There's the pitch now over to Fields, and he's going to scamper all the way into the end zone.
And that's going to be a clear holding that they're not going to call. Colt was on the outside edge, and Brock ran to the outside of him, and he tried to get there but was pulled back by his blocker.
Yeah.
The white hat right behind the play. Not sure how he didn't see that.
Yeah, I think the officials are ready to go home.
Sometimes discretion is the better part of valor, and nobody wants to see anybody get hurt here. And it was like you were saying last week when they were down by 60, and the collisions that were going on down there on the field were unnecessary. And to what point? The game is already won. The game's out of hand. Even if they went into a third quarter here, the way the two teams are competing tonight, there's a little bit of an imbalance, Steve. I don't think you're going to see the Eagles come back.
No, after that first part of the first quarter, and we kind of livened up a little bit, and we started getting a little more aggressive with the defense, especially when they're running the ball. I thought we had a chance. We came back, we scored that one score. I thought we had a chance to kind of flip the script, and it was just too much number 15 and what do you say?
So Alex Simpson looks like will get his first victory in the competition, the crosstown rivalry here. And like Will says, they're not going to let him or Simpson put on pads and get out there. It's the boys that have to play, but this is the first time they're meeting each other as head coaches. So if it goes the way it is, then, of course, we'll have to say congratulations to Coach Simpson and the Rams. They've lost 4 of the last 5 games. So a little bit of a turnaround for the Rams.
The light at the end of the tunnel for all of you Eagle fans out there listening is you got a lot of young men, 11 freshmen out there that some of them get significant playing time, and they're going to grow up big time this year. They're going to get bigger and more muscular next year, and you'll see a different team. You'll see a different team next year.
Okay, we have a winner, folks.
Well, and along those lines, we've seen flashes of brilliance.
Absolutely.
Whether it's Triato last week running like he has, the emergence of Sotolongo, there he is throwing it downfield again. This one will be incomplete, getting it over to Roy. We saw Colin Roy tonight doing his Colt Bundick impersonation, running down the sidelines and hauling in that touchdown pass. So
there, a great night.
We saw the defense rush in and blow up plays in the backfield. And but you have to be able to do that, Peter, all 4 quarters.
Yep. Yeah, and that's something that, we were talking about how to stop a guy like Brock, you have to wear him down. You got to hit him hard. But he did that to us. He did that to our defense. After they had that one good drive where they made all those good tackles, they got worn down, and Brock was able to run right through them after that.
Yeah, and when you're a young team like this team is, consistency's tough. It's tough to find.
Pass to Anderson's going to move the ball. Going to be 3rd down and 10 now. Clock running at 1:10 remaining.
Bryce makes a good move on Brock there to get a couple more yards.
Third down. Sotolongo waiting for the snap. Ball at the 39. There's the pitch back to Triato. He's going to break a couple tackles, run over some people.
Triato, he just ran over number 5.
And that's going to be a first down.
And number 2, Sawyer Marriott. Ran him over.
He spun out of Brock Field's tackle, and then after the spin, ran somebody right over. A good, strong run by Giovanni Tirado.
So this is what we saw Tirado do in the closing minutes of the game last week. And he is a bright spot for the future for the Eagles. There's no doubt about it. 45 seconds remaining. They whistle the clock. It is moving down to 40 seconds right now. Eagles trying to score and hold off the mercy rule. This one's going to be gobbled up, though, for after a gain of 2.
Running a little screen pass to Colt there, who makes an inside move, which a mistake on that one as Brock is in the inside and comes down to clean him up for a gain of about 2.
And Coach Will Patterson is going to call a timeout here with 29 seconds remaining.
Yeah.
They're just trying to get a little bit of practice in. You know, you're down a lot, but this is a good defense to work against. So they're going to run through some plays, try to get some.
Well, you bring up a
some
good
bright
point.
spots.
You could be in a game in the future when you got 29 seconds left, and how you're going to handle it, what are you going to do? There's a certain amount of pressure there, isn't there, when you are up against the wall like that?
There's a lot of pressure.
And we're
It's kind of like working with us.
and we're in a situation on offense where we're going to have to rear back and throw the ball, and they know it, and we know it, that they know it, and you want to like to do some good things here. You just don't want to get anybody hurt.
So what you're saying is that there's going to be a long go.
Yeah, we got that same matchup with Colin and number 5, who we had that touchdown on. We might go back to that.
Oh, flag on the play before the snap even happens.
That's going to be a false start.
Yeah, going to be a false start against us. Going to back us up.
It's okay. He's got the arm.
Yeah, they put Jaron Cruz in at quarterback, and they've got Felipe Sotolongo behind him. They were looking like they were going to run a pitch of sorts before the whistle was blown.
Well, that's what they like to do, get the ball out to Sotolongo on the pitch. That way he can use his legs or his arm.
Yeah, they had that rollout to Colin's side, so I wonder if they're going to go to that.
28 seconds remaining. 57-6 is the score as the Eagles try to hold off the inevitable here. And there's the pitch back to Sotolongo. He's looking. He's going to go to his left. He's going to throw. Now he's going to throw it in the dirt. Under pressure. Incomplete pass is going to stop the clock.
They had a well-constructed defense that they kept everybody in front of them, had good coverage, had nowhere to go with that ball.
You know, it was unfortunate he got forced to his left because if he went to his right, Colin ran right behind his cornerback like we were expecting.
Coming out is Cruz. Sotolongo in the backfield. Blocking is Triado. Now there's a pass down the field. It's going to be caught. Not enough for the first down, but that's going to be Bundick.
Running a little hurry up here to get the last play off. 4 seconds left. 3, 2,
1. They get the ball off before the clock runs out. Sotolongo looking.
Flag down on the
Everybody's
play.
in prevent defense, and the ball is going to be a little dink pass that's going to be incomplete.
Flag down on the play. Not sure.
That's going to be on us. Not everybody was set. You had 2 people in motion.
I don't think he would still be calling it because the game would be over.
Well, once again, Peter, those are the things that you want to work on. And with the clock's running down, get up to the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
And they're going to wave it off.
And they are. And that will be your ball game as the crosstown rivalry this year goes to the Allen Academy Rams after losing 2 games in a row, 2 years in a row, to the Eagles. Eagles still lead the series 6-4 overall, but they had taken 4 out of 5 from the Rams in the last 5 years. So Eagles, the Rams clawing their way back in the series, and just a couple of great programs, small school programs that we have here in the community, and a big crowd on hand, not only in the bleachers here, but all around the parking lot, Peter, like you were saying. People are out of their cars. We hope they're listening to the Red Sea Radio. I was promoting that, Steve, that they come to the game and bring their phones and their ear pods and tune in to us.
That's right. As long as you have your phone, you can download the app and stream us right over the as you watch the game or right over the air, and it kind of gives the ability to get mom and dad, grandma and grandpa, and all the relatives in on the game and give it a listen to it. So,
speaking of us, Peter, what are we doing next week?
Be sure to join the whole crew right here at home next Friday as the Eagles take on the Calvert Trojans. Join us live on the Red Sea Radio Network at 7 p.m. for the pregame coverage with the kickoff at 7:30. And see the game on Sunday on the Touchdown Productions Game of the Week YouTube channel.
That's his first promo.
He did a good job.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
It's a complete.
It's complete.
To Peter Najvar.
Complete.
All right, guys. Well, this one's in the books, unfortunately. Peter, let's do some closing remarks for you.
It's things you would see from a young team struggling to tackle and being scared to tackle, especially after getting run through all night. And then, he comes up to you and it's a one-on-one and you're like, oh, crap. And then you kind of freeze. And that freeze is when he gets by you. It's just something to improve on. Try to hit him in the legs, and get some size.
Steve?
Tough night. Not the scoreboard you want to see at the end of the night. But, saw some bright spots again. A lot of inconsistency. We have a lot to work on. But, hey, let's tee it up next week and try it again.
And for my part, I wasn't anticipating this. I thought the teams were kind of equal, but I forgot all about number 15, Brock Field, the game changer here tonight at the Athletic Complex. Be sure to join us next week. We'll be right here. You be here with us on the Red Sea Radio Network. For Peter Najvar, Steve Rayburn, I'm Gil Dominguez. You join us next week right here for Eagles versus Calvert Trojans. See you tonight.